You think strength is about shouting louder, flexing muscles, posting your victories for strangers to validate you, making the world fear your name. You're wrong. The ones who scream the loudest are the ones most desperate to be noticed. The ones who look powerful are often the weakest in the room, screaming for approval, begging to be seen. But real power, it hides. It doesn't need applause. It doesn't need recognition. It doesn't care about followers, fame, or fear. Real power is silent. It moves without leaving footprints. It manipulates without touching you. It bends reality without you even realizing it's happening. By the time you feel it, your choices are already gone. Your future, already stolen. Your destiny, quietly rewritten. That's the difference between men and ghosts. Men fight for attention. Ghosts? They've already won, before you even knew there was a game. I learned long ago, emotions aren't just feelings. They're invisible chains, forged by this world to keep you obedient. Fear doesn't just hold you back. It marks you like prey in a jungle full of predators. One sniff, and they know exactly where to strike. Anger, it fools you into thinking you're strong. But anger blinds you. It makes you loud, sloppy, predictable, and that's when the quiet ones destroy you. Pride? That's not strength. That's a leash the world slips around your neck, so they can tug you into every trap you swore you'd never fall for. And joy. Joy is the easiest weapon to use against you, because once they know what lights you up, they also know how to snuff you out. Every reaction you show is a blueprint of your weakness. Smile, and they know what to take from you. Flinch, and they know where you break. Raise your voice, and they know you've already surrendered control. So I killed every tell. I burned every spark of emotion, until nothing moved inside me. Until silence wasn't just a choice. It was who I became. While everyone else clawed for attention, screaming to be heard, begging to be liked, proving to a noisy world that they exist, I vanished. I became a shadow that swallowed its own reflection, a presence that drifted through chaos unseen. No footsteps, no scent, no trace of life. Just a ghost, standing in plain sight, and no one could feel me there. And here's a truth no one wants to face. You can fight a soldier, you can crush a lion, you can burn an empire to the ground, but you cannot fight what doesn't react. You can't control what doesn't flinch. You can't kill what feels like it was never even alive. That's why ghosts win. Not because we're stronger, but because we're untouchable. They think I do nothing, that I'm lazy, that I'm weak, but that's only because they can't see the strings, and the greatest puppeteer never shows his hands. Most people believe power is loud. They think it's about barking orders, flexing muscles, forcing people to obey. That's why they lose. Because real power doesn't roar. It breathes in silence. It moves like a shadow, bending reality without leaving footprints. While they're busy screaming for attention, I vanish into the noise. While they fight tooth and nail like desperate animals, I'm already 3 moves ahead, mapping out every reaction they haven't even thought of yet. I don't push. I pull. I don't shout. I plant. A casual word here, a quiet glance there, and without knowing why, they walk exactly where I want them. You want to know what true strategy is? It's not about winning battles. It's about making battles irrelevant. It's not about reacting to chaos. It's about designing the chaos, so every path leads to the result I already chose. It's the art of planting ideas so deep inside someone's mind that they believe it's their own thought. That's why I never demand loyalty. I engineer it. I never order people what to do. I build a world where doing anything else feels impossible. This is control without chains, power without noise, dominance without a throne. A game where I never need to fight, because the moment the game starts, I've already decided the outcome. A true strategist doesn't fight for victory. He reshapes the battlefield until losing isn't even an option. When you master emotional silence, you stop bleeding power into the hands of others. Every look you give, every twitch of anger, every flash of fear, it's a signal, a map, a weakness, waiting to be exploited. Fear? They'll chase you like prey. Anger? They'll pull your strings like a puppet. Pride? They'll set traps just to watch you break. But when you erase emotion from your face, from your voice, from the rhythm of your heartbeat itself, you become nothing. And nothing is untouchable. Predators can't read you. Opponents can't predict you. The hunter looks around, senses danger, but finds nothing, because you've turned yourself into a phantom. And phantoms? They don't argue. They don't explain. They don't beg to be understood. You stop chasing approval, because ghosts don't need validation. They don't need to be seen. They don't need applause or recognition. While the world fights for the spotlight, clawing for attention, screaming for acknowledgement, you move in the dark, designing outcomes in absolute silence. And here's the twisted beauty. The world underestimates you. They label you harmless, weak, easy to control. And that's exactly when you strike. No warnings, no shouting, no dramatic display. Just surgical precision, so clean, so invisible, that by the time they realize what's happened, their plans are already ashes, their defenses already shattered, the entire game already over. And you? You've already won, without lifting your voice, because ghosts don't fight battles. They don't play wars. They end them before anyone even knows a war began. I'm not your hero. I'm not your leader. I'm not even your friend. I'm the ghost you never saw coming. The silent presence shaping every step you've taken. Long before you thought you were deciding for yourself, the world worships noise. People scream for attention, flex for validation, beg to be seen. But power, real power, doesn't need witnesses. It doesn't need claps or crowds. True dominance lives in silence. It's when you walk into a room and the air changes, and no one knows why. It's when people argue, fight, and destroy themselves, believing it's their choice, while you're quietly moving the pieces like a god behind the curtain. That's the ghost mindset. No anger, no outbursts, no wasted energy, just presence so quiet, it becomes impossible to resist. You want to rule this world? Stop acting like prey. Stop handing them your weaknesses. Train your face to betray nothing. Train your mind to react to nothing. Train your soul to need nothing. Because the moment they can't read you, they can't control you. And when they can't control you, you own them. Ghosts don't get hunted. Ghosts do the hunting. They erase their trails and leave only fate behind. You just unlocked the ghost mindset. This isn't about being liked. This isn't about being loud. This is about becoming untouchable, invisible, yet pulling every string that matters. Because if you still think power makes noise, you're not in control. You're already trapped in my shadow.